Here's a picture of me 4 years ago when I was skinny. I had no confidence and I often felt weak and insecure. But this is me now. I went from being seen as a skinny and weak boy to a muscular and respected man. So in this video, I will go over step by step how I outsmarted the game of bodybuilding, so you can also get jacked. The first step is something almost nobody is doing, but it is so important for building muscles. So I remember in September 2024 when I'm walking in a shopping mall, but I get shocked because I haven't been around like normal people in a while, because I had only went to the gym every single day, then also to my basketball practice a couple times a week. So I had only seen muscular and healthy people. But when I'm walking there in the mall, I'm looking around and I'm seeing fat people, pretty ugly people. I get a weird feeling. I feel damn, is this how the average people is looking like? And I see people eating cakes. Some people are at fast food restaurant, and everyone is just looking so unhealthy. A lot of fat people there. Almost everyone was fat. So I'm thinking, okay, they look so unhealthy. They look so weak and fat because they are eating like shit. They're looking like shit because they're eating shit. That's because their diet. I used to be like that. I was not fat, but I was skinny and weak. And my diet sucked. I ate a lot of junk food, fast food, high sugar foods like cakes, sodas, candy, pretty often. And I remember how it made me feel tired, feel weak, made me skip a lot of workouts because I was just so tired. And if I went to the gym, I didn't push hard. If I pushed hard, I couldn't recover because my muscles were hurting too much to hit a workout in the next day or the next 2 days. I needed to rest for a long time if I did a hard workout. So in 2024, when I had only gained a couple of kilograms, even though I worked out for 2 years, I had only beginner gains. It was crazy. And I was lying in my bed, holding my stomach because I had just eaten junk food before. But this time I knew I needed to change, because I watched this YouTube video about how bad sugar is, junk food, and it really kill our gains. Before that, I was not that educated about diet. But now I knew, okay, this is because of my diet. I need to stop this. So that is what I did. I started slowly having junk food less and less. Once a week, once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks. But it was hard to follow because I quickly realized I was sugar addicted. So every time I failed, I had let's say I had junk food 2 times per week. Maybe I had some candy or a chocolate bar. I thought, what was the situation? How can I avoid this the next time? I did a smart thing. I reflected on the situation. Okay, what should I do instead? How can I avoid this? And I continued to do that. And that helped me stop failing and actually follow the plan of once a week, then once every 2 weeks. So I started following that, and then I went 3 weeks without it, and after that I stopped. I stopped junk food fully. I said, okay, this is it. I'm gonna go my whole life without junk food. And instantly when I had stopped junk food, I felt the difference. I had so much more energy. I felt stronger. I felt I got less diseases. Before I could get some bullshit disease and needed be tired, needed to skip the gym because no, I'm sick. When I stopped it, never. Now 1.5 years later, I have never had a disease. I never needed to skip the gym because I feel sick. Because I don't put bullshit inside of me. I don't eat sugar. I don't eat fast food. That was the first thing that made me build much more muscles. That helped me outsmart the game of bodybuilding. Stopping junk food and fixing my diet. And by the way, if you're an entrepreneur that are more on the skinny side and you want to get bigger, get jacked while running a business, you can get a free coaching call with me. I can help you out more with the diet, but also give you personal advice. So if you want that, you join my free community, top link description. But the thing that worked for me was slowly stop junk food. And then when I had stopped, I started having more eggs, meat, and healthy fats. I learned that those are the best foods for building muscles. So I started having 4 eggs to my breakfast, meat to my lunch and dinner. Not only meat, I had let's say some potatoes with it, some rice, chicken and rice, grounded beef with the tortilla bread, for example. That's something I like eating. Or meat and potatoes, but a good amount of meat. And then healthy fats like peanut butter, nuts, butter. Started eating that, and I had less, like, I stopped junk food. That helped me have more energy. Then I also had added in those foods, and I got in more protein. I felt even stronger. I started pushing harder in the gym. My recovery was so much better. The first step was fixing my diet. Like, that was the first thing, the foundation to everything. I could work out more, I could push harder, I could recover better, and I got more muscles because I got like in more protein and had better nutrition for my muscles to grow. The second step, it made me build much more muscles. This one was a cheat code. So I remember in the middle of 2023, I was in the kitchen and I was cooking eggs because just a couple of days earlier I watched a YouTube video about testosterone, and I learned that it makes us men more manly, more aggressive, push harder in the gym, and it's very good for building muscles. They recommend that having at least 4 eggs per day is a very good thing for increasing testosterone. So I said, okay, I'm gonna do that. I stood there in the kitchen cooking 4 eggs to my breakfast, and I continued to do that every single morning, and in just a couple of days I felt the difference. I remember I was standing in the gym, used to looking around and thinking, damn, like, I'm pushing so much harder in the gym now. I'm going hard, like I'm going hard as fuck. I'm being a beast in the gym. That's because I started having those 4 eggs. I increased my testosterone. I've also quitted sugar, which is good for testosterone. I remember I started prioritizing sleeping like 8 or 9 hours between 8 and 9 hours per day. I realized that testosterone is a very powerful thing, and when I started optimizing it, no sugar, at least 4 eggs per day, getting enough vitamin D, sleeping at least 8 hours, having a metal water bottle instead of a plastic one, because plastics decreases testosterone. Doing all those things, like, the benefits were crazy. I pushed hard in the gym. After the gym, when I looked into the mirror, I had much more muscles. I started making so much faster progress when I had more testosterone. And it was pretty easy too. Eating at least 4 eggs per day, it's easy, bro. It was not that I needed to fight or anything to do it. I used cook the egg and I eat them. Same with the butter. Same with getting enough vitamin D. I only take some supplements. It's like easy stuff to do for increasing testosterone and building more muscles. That was a cheat code, just increasing my testosterone in natural ways, like at least 4 eggs per day, but eating like butter, real butter, not any like seed oils, like spreadable butter, like real hard butter from cows. Getting enough vitamin D, no sugar, no alcohol. It just made me feel so much stronger. And not only did I go to gym more, I had so much more energy. I went around like this, and I went down to drop like push-ups. Started doing that every single day, because when I was, let's say, in my room, I was working on my business, I had like a lot of energy. Sometimes I went down and started doing push-ups, and I can do it, and I can do it until this day, because I have this high testosterone. And another crazy thing is, because this testosterone, it make me have so much energy. For example, during the summer, I remember I had planned to not go to the gym, but then I said this is a rest day. But then I had so much more energy, so I thought, oh, I need to go to the gym. Like, I have too much energy. I can't sit down and do business work. I have this high energy. I need to do something with it. I went to the gym. It was difficult for me to skip a workout because I had increased my testosterone so much. That's the second step for outsmarting the game of bodybuilding. Increasing your testosterone in natural ways. The last step to outsmart the game of bodybuilding is the most important thing for building muscles. So I remember it was in January this year, 2025, and I was struggling a lot with business. I hadn't made any money for months. So I was not that excited about business. I was feeling a bit lost, didn't know when will I break through. I was not sure when will I start making more money, when will I start making money. But then this day, I get a client for my fitness coaching in January, and he pays me. I get like excited, I get hyped up, but then like I realized a thing. This was because of my consistency. December, I've been really consistent. January, I had been consistent, and now it pays off. 1.5 months after I made like a big change in my business, I basically went from helping like you skinny guys to like skinny entrepreneurs. That was the change I made. Then 1.5 months later, I got a client after that change. And yeah, for this was because of my consistency. I kept on improving. I didn't give up, and I got it. And since that point, I have just gotten like, I have got like, yeah, more sales, more clients. But I also think back to, yeah, my first one-on-one client I got, and I got it, I think it was like 10 months of uploading daily on YouTube. I got my first client, and I thought, same thing with building muscles. I got jacked as fuck after my consistency, when I started working out like at least 3 times per week. I started making a lot of progress when I worked out like 4 or 5 times per week, and did it not only like 1-2 weeks for like months. Now, for example, I've been going to the gym every day for over 5 months, and I'm getting bigger and bigger. Every single month I gain almost a kilogram of muscles, just pure muscles, just pure muscle mass. That's like 2 pounds of muscles. Consistency is the most important thing in building muscles. Putting in the work just over and over. Going to the gym at least 4 times per week for a year, 2 years, 3 years. That's the consistency. And the thing that helped me do that was having a workout plan. I have in my notes written down Monday to Sunday, what day I'm gonna work out through the week. So for example, Monday I have chest, Tuesday I have back, then Wednesday I have arms. I have done that. I have written down that in my notes, and that helped me be consistent because it holds me accountable. I know like Monday I'm gonna train chest, Tuesday I'm gonna train back, and I have decided it. It's not like I go to the gym when I feel like going to the gym. It's like Monday I go to the gym, Tuesday I go to the gym, Wednesday I go to the gym, and I also know what workout to do. That make it even harder for me to skip it, because I can't mess up my schedule. But also I can't mess up my schedule, but just like the details. I have also written down what exercises I'm gonna do. Being really clear helped me go to the gym. Then it's like, if I skip the gym, I couldn't live with myself. I would feel like a bitch. Why the fuck didn't I go to the gym? That's the power of the workout plan. Right now, write down in your notes, Monday to Sunday, every day for the week, then what days you're gonna go to gym, with what workout, with what exercises. And if you don't have already a workout plan to write down, you can use this one. Is 4 times per week. My one-on-one client is using a pretty similar one, and hey, he's getting bigger with it. A workout plan helped me be more consistent, but also building up my discipline. The discipline to be able to do hard things when I don't feel like doing it. Because not every day I want to go to the gym. Especially when I didn't have a lot of muscles 1.5 years ago. And it was winter. But I used to force myself to go to the gym at least 3 times per week. And I started building more muscles, I started getting stronger, and the gym became more fun. For example, now, like, I look forward for the gym. Like, to be honest, it's not something hard. But that's because I built so much more muscles. I'm strong, so like, and like I'm really big, so it's nice to flex in the mirror in the gym. When I was more like skinny, I didn't want to go to gym, especially on the winter. But I used the discipline, and I built up the discipline by doing hard things in the morning, things that is harder than the gym. For example, every single day I take a cold shower. 1.5 minutes every morning I take a cold shower. It's hard as fuck. I don't want to do it, but that's the point of it, because then the gym becomes much easier. Like, if I do something really hard, then other things that doesn't seem as hard. Like, going to the gym is easier than taking a cold shower for me. So every morning I take a cold shower. People maybe say, yeah, nah, it's too hard, or like it's waste of time, or some bullshit. But it makes me so like mentally tough. So no like task throughout the day, working on my business, or going to the gym, or eating clean, like anything, it's much easier because I took a cold shower. So I do it 1.5 minutes every single morning. Then also, before that, I used to do push-ups in the morning, like 50 push-ups every morning. That helped me also start building up the discipline. Then I added in cold showers, and that's why when like I became really like mentally tough. Like nothing was really hard for me after that. I've been going to the gym like I said, every single day for 5 months. I go to failure on I go to failure on almost every single set. Like I push hard as fuck in the gym because I do something really hard in the morning. And then all this together is overpowered. Like when I fix my diet and I increase my testosterone, I build up discipline, and also had like a workout plan. Like I had so much energy because of the diet testosterone, so I could go to gym. I pushed hard. I was also disciplined to go to gym, push hard. I had a workout plan to follow. I built a lot of muscles because I ate good. Like I got protein in. I ate clean. Like that's how I outsmarted the game of bodybuilding. All this together, fixing my diet, increasing my testosterone, being consistent with the gym. Like those two things helped me be consistent. But then also the workout plan and building up discipline to go to the gym on those days I don't feel like doing it, and push hard in the gym, go to failure. That's how I build muscles. That's how I build a lot of muscles. And by the way, if you're an entrepreneur and you think that was helpful, you can get a free 1v1 coaching call with me in my free community, top link in the description. I will help you out with building muscles while running a business. But if you're not an entrepreneur, please don't join. You can still get help from this video here and become Jack Brother. Bah!